With a PhD in flavor and fragrance chemistry, our next guest helped the world's largest food chains develop dishes. He eventually built his own burger empire. I pulled up a chair with Tom Ryan, the co-founder of Smashburger, to share the ingredients of his life and how you can enjoy a flavorful meal at prices that are easy to digest. Summer lovin' had me a smash. All right, we're going to talk about the summer of smash in just a little bit, but first, I want you to meet the co-founder of Smashburger, Tom Ryan. How are you?
I'm great. It's great to be back in Houston.
All right, before we do anything else, tell me what I'm about to put in my mouth right here.
Okay, I knew that was going to be irresistible. So all of our shakes here are hand spun, use Haagen-Dazs ice cream. This is our Haagen-Dazs chocolate chip cookie dough shake, which is part of our Summer of Smash menu.
That is delicious.
Yeah,
all right,
it's pretty good.
Let's go back. What are your earliest memories of mealtime with the family?
Oh yeah, well, you know, I came from a family of four, and my mom worked and my dad worked, and so it was a great experience to actually have a home-cooked meal when we had the time to do it. A lot of the time, us kids just fended for ourselves.
All right, you headed off to college. You always loved science, but wasn't necessarily heading toward food science, were you?
No, not at all. I was pre-med for a couple years and then started thinking pretty seriously about that and thought, you know, that's an individual contributor's game versus something a lot more social, working with teams of people, interacting with consumers. And so I made a career change after my sophomore year and got into food science, fell in love with it, and made a educational career out of it and then a professional career out of it.
Yeah, it's cool because, you know, we've had a food renaissance in this country. And more kids today than ever saying, I want to be a chef, I want to own a restaurant, but they don't think about those kind of outliers around food before you even get something on the plate. And that's what you studied. It was about all those things like the texture of food, the longevity of food, the nutrition of all that type of stuff.
Right, exactly. And my focus was flavor because I've always been really interested in more sensory elements versus the technical elements. And so I actually did my doctoral work in fragrance and flavor chemistry, which is like really a specialty.
Who knew that was a major?
Yeah, it was, and it was, you know, not many of us around. And then I put it to work early, very technically, and then kind of fell in love with the other side of the business, which was the culinary side and the restaurant side, because the flexibility and timing to do much more creative things happens so much more on the restaurant side than the packaged goods side. So I made a career change, left the packaged goods business and went to Pizza Hut was my first job.
Yeah, in fact, you pioneered something at Pizza Hut.
A few things, yeah.
Yeah, a few things. One of them, the stuffed crust pizza.
Yeah, that came from me and my team back in the day.
All right, the beginning of Smashburger, in a world where we've got a burger joint on every other corner, what made you decide you want to put one on your corner?
You know, it was really interesting because I was at McDonald's and we were back in those days, and McDonald's is a great company. We were watching their sales go up, but their loyalty go down. And when we studied that, we found out that there just wasn't the kind of craveability in McDonald's food anymore. And so I kind of had this idea, what if we put burgers back into vogue? It took a while. I eventually met my partners and moved to Denver, and we started Smashburger in 2007. And it really was the idea behind the vision of putting great tasting burgers back into people's lives and being a bite away from believing that this was the best burger you ever had.
Because your other core value was to have fresh ingredients and premium beef.
Yeah, so we use certified Angus beef, and obviously our smashing technique, which is our namesake, is really key to what makes our burgers unbelievably flavorful. And then our seasoning is pretty proprietary, and then we managed around that with, I think, great recipes, great quality ingredients, whether it's the fresh produce we cut by hand every day, really nice array of cheeses, and then our artisan buns, whether we're talking about our egg bun or our Parker House roll, which we use on other things, but it's all really good. And then, and obviously that led to the full menu, and here we go. Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
That is so good.
It's great.
That is so good. There's nothing better than a really good burger.
Thank you.
All right, then you go beyond the patty, and we're looking here at these crazy dogs.
Yeah, so this is all part of our Summer of Smash promotion. We have a couple things I just wanted to highlight that are, this is our classic, our most popular burger. This is our bacon stack. And then all the rest of this is part of our Summer of Smash menu. So probably the biggest thing we did, and you're eating one right now, is we introduced a line of $4.99 burgers, but we offer an All-American and our Deluxe for $4.99 and a double version version for $6.99. And so far to date in our tests, this has been really popular because it's really hard to find a really good $4.99
It's
single
a whole meal right here.
or a $6.99. We also wanted to take the other, go to the other side of our menu and do something super premium. So this is our bacon brisket burger. So it's got our applewood smoked bacon, it's got a smash burger with cheddar cheese, and then it's got 3 ounces of Texas pit smoked brisket, 14-hour pit smoked, really great seasoned, authentic Texas. Actually, it comes from Texas. So between the $4.99 and this one, which costs a little bit more, we have a range for everybody, kind of a burger for everybody's price point. We also wanted to mix it up a little bit, and so what you see in front of you is our line of what we call our big dogs. So we offer them in 4 flavors. We do our cheese and bacon big dog, chili cheese, jalapeno, chili cheese, and our Americana. And then since we added the chili and cheese, we put top sides in play. So these are you can top any sides, and we have a great variety of sides. So a couple here. This is our Brussels sprouts with cheese and bacon on top. These are our chili cheese and jalapeno tots, chili cheese tots, and then we have a regular cheese sauce and fries there. Yeah. This is our chicken ranch salad, which is available with a couple kinds of dressings, but it's a signature meal-size salad. And then I wanted to point out, in the last couple of years, we've been experimenting with some new diverse flavors, and one of the things we hit on a couple of years ago is a flavor that we call Scorchin'. It's actually a version of Nashville Hot, and it's become really, really popular. So I just wanted to add to the table array here. These are our Nashville Hot tenders, and we call them Scorchin'. They're Scorchin' tenders. They come with a really great Chipotle ranch or ranch. And then we offer this on a sandwich. We offer them straight. And then we've been actually tossing our fries and our tots in the Scorchin' oil as well.
That is Nashville Hot for real.
Yeah, it's really good. It's a really good recipe. Mm-hmm. We think this $4.99 tier is a permanent feature, as are the big dogs. So you can count on those being there for a good long time.
Yes. Let me round out with this. I have lots of people who come up to me and ask me questions about how to get into business, and entrepreneurs of all different types. What is your best advice for someone who says, I want to own my own?
So that's a really interesting question. I think it takes a couple key things. I think you got to love the business, because passion counts triple. I think you have to be smart and savvy at the consumer level. I think you need to surround yourself with enough talent at the right time to help get it done, and I think you have to be brave. And I think when you put those core principles together, I think the hallmark of almost anybody who you would find in a seat like this talking to you about these, if they thought about it, those would be 4 principles that I think are universal to people who are very successful starting their own business.
Okay, I want to be brave right now, and will you teach me the smash technique?
Let's go. I'd love to.
All right, like one more bite.
You bet. The key to Smashburger is a couple key things. First, certified Angus beef, fresh, never frozen. We bring it in kind of not made into burgers because we like the loose texture. Here's how we make and these are some of the key steps to make a Smashburger. First, we paint the grill with butter. We use real, unsalted butter. I'm gonna do a double here. So then what we do is we put the burger on the butter, paper on the burger, and we smash it with this tool, which is really a really well-designed tool. We talked a little bit about the seasoning. This is our proprietary burger seasoning, and we are not shy about it at all. So it's a combination of salt, pepper, a little garlic, and then some special magic in there that we don't talk about very often.
And that is what those 3 degrees get you right here in food science.
And then when it gets about this much done, we have to sharpen these almost every day. The key is to get the caramelized layer, keep it on the burger. There it is.
Bam.
And now we're reversing the flow. So all that seasoning that was on one side, when we flip it, all the juices are now cooking, and it's taking all the seasoning with it. And that's why the big promise for me about Smashburgers is it's the burger you can taste in every bite, and you're a bite away from believing it's the best burger you ever had. We have a variety of different cheeses. I'm gonna make it a classic. So the cheese goes on, we just let it finish cooking. We're gonna take it off the grill and move it over here. So this is our classic, which is our most popular burger. Gonna do that and pick it. And if you've never had the pleasure of tasting a burger right off the grill, this is your chance.
Yeah, well, okay, here we go.
Go for it. Should be incredibly juicy, incredibly steaky, incredibly beefy, and with all those fresh toppings, it's just magic.
And I have no shame right now. None at all right there. Thank you very much.
Our pleasure. Thank you very much, and bon appetit.
incredibly good. All right, don't miss the Summer of Smash featuring menu items starting at only $4.99. To find a location near you, visit smashburger.com. Make sure to follow them on Instagram at Smashburger.